Year of 2022 for anime has been a great year. In winter, we had Demon Slayer reaching a new high of animation that has never been reached before in the history of anime. Let's all take a moment and thank the people down at UFO Table for making such a godlike animation. Attack on Titan was godlike just like usual. My Dress Up Darling was a great addition to the rom-com genre. And finally, the best anime in winter is Shumashu no Harem. Yeah, I'm a loser. In Spring Spy X Family was the new groundbreaking masterpiece that came out. All of the characters in this show are so likable, especially the little Shihiro was so disappointing. Like seriously, how did you go from having one of the most interesting storytelling and having some of the most well-written character of all time in Isekai to this? Love is War delivered even harder than season 1 and beat Full Metal Alchemist on Mao at one point, which is very interesting. And Summer Call of the Night brought something new to the romance genre rather than just the usual. The childhood friend in this show actually doesn't like the MC rather than the other shows. High School of the Elite finally got another season. I thought that this show was gonna be like Yoka where they don't make another season after season 1. And a question I still need the show to answer for me is, why is Anakoji still attending this school? I don't know why this guy doesn't just skip school and go work on a company or a hedge fund or start programming or something of that sort. Why do you need to outsmart a bunch of high schoolers? I don't get it. He could have just skipped school and went straight to become something great. This rom-com turned out to be completely terrible with the worst ending ever. Overlord Made in Abyss is pretty good, not a surprise at all. Rent a Girlfriend season 2 was actually pretty good, and this is coming from me by the way. I guess people hate this show because of the manga. And finally, this current season, fall of 2022 anime has been the best season out of all of them. We got another groundbreaking anime, Chainsaw Man, coming in hot, and to combo with that, we got Spy X Family season 2 as well. Mob Psycho's doing really good. My Hero Academia is just crushing it like usual. Bleach is back, and what is this? It's literally at number 1. The OST really predicted the future. Man, Full Metal Alchemist has been dethroned once again. Blue Lock is popping up because of the World Cup. Like seriously, how did Japan beat Germany and Spain? And finally, we got my favorite show of this season, The Eminent of Shadow. The trashiest of all trash, the cringiest of all cringe. I love it. Overall, this year of anime has been a great year for anime. I would say this is pretty close to the year of 2012, which I still think is the best year for anime. And originally, I was gonna make a best of 2022 anime video, but then I realized that I haven't gone insane just yet. And I'm not gonna lie to you guys and say that I have watched every single anime this year. However, as a guy who likes animated titties and as a degenerate who visits H-anime every day, I know my waifus. And I also know that this year anime has produced a lot of great waifus. But the real question is, who's truly the best girl of 2022? Now, there are really 4 girls that I can think of for this year that are best girl contenders. We got Marin, Yor, Nazuna, and Makima. There's some other honorable mention like Shikamori, Komi, and Kai, or Kei, however you want to say her name. For Shikamori, Marin just straight up outranks her. Komi legit has no personality outside just being cute and doing cute faces. And she has no personality because she is so quiet. I guess you could say that introvertedness is kind of like a personality, but that's too relatable, man. I don't want to look at myself in the mirror, alright? Kei is just too dependent on Mr. Genius himself. Plus, these girls don't really have the assets either. I mean, they do have the cute personality, but they don't have the personality. And with the year 2022 coming to an end for anime, I want to go ahead and set the best girl award straight. I want to make it official who the best girl is for this year. And you're probably asking right now, how are you the judge of who's the best girl? Well, my taste is the best taste, and this is also my video. So the only opinion that matters is mine. Okay, my opinion is probably terrible like usual, but at least I can confidently say that it's better than the Crunchyroll award that they're gonna give out soon. Their award are literally based on popularity, which is kind of stupid in my opinion, because most weeks only watch the mainstream anime. And as proof of this, just like at the Crunchyroll award last year, I was nowhere the best girl of 2022. But anyways, I'll go over these girls' characteristics and what makes them a good waifu. Then of course I'll reveal who the best girl is at the end. Let's start with Marin Kitagawa. When episode 1 of My Dress Up Darling came out and they introduced her, everyone was going crazy over her. They thought that she was gonna be the next Jesus. And to be honest, I wasn't really feeling her at first. I didn't really see what people saw in her. I mean, she's cute and outgoing, but that was about it. But where I started to really like her was when she started flashing her assets out and start doing cute faces and doing cute things. I mean, just look at her. She's freaking adorable, but she can also be super hot sometimes. And I think the reason why I and many other weebs like her so much is because most of us relate to Gojo in some sort of way. Let's just be real, most weebs get no bitches. I mean, when you spend a decent amount of time watching anime, reading manga, watching a YouTube video about anime, or playing gacha games, you probably don't have much going for you in life. Maybe you're going to uni. And Marin's like that angel that came out of nowhere and let us believe that there's a super hot girl out there that likes us for who we are and our weird hobbies. Alright, now besides being a super cute, hot, and fun girl to be around with, what are her downsides? Because you know, nothing is perfect, even your favorite waifus. Well, she only has one downside really. And it's honestly a pretty important trait to have to make a good waifu. Her one downside is that bitch can't cook, or at least she sucks at it. And you know, it's 2022, I don't want to upset anybody, but you can't cook, you ain't really waifu material. It is what it is. But the good news with her, she can improve and fix fixed upon it. Plus, she makes up for it by being super cute anyway, so who really cares? But overall, I think the most important thing about her is that she's actually a decent person with good morals. And she ain't no psychopath yandere ready to cut off your dick because she's jealous. Unlike the other girls on this list, she's actually a waifu. And what I mean by that is she's actually married. Originally, when Marin started popping off, I thought that she was gonna be waifu of the year. I thought that was it. And Yor just comes in on the next season, and she could have easily competed with her. Now, Yor's an interesting person. And when I say this, I mean some of her personality traits are very unique from the other top waifu for this year. And unfortunately, there are really 4 big ones that I want to point out that I don't like. One, she's a very trusting person. And the show demonstrates this by having Lloyd telling her an obvious lie, and she just straight up believes it. And I don't really like that. I want Yor to have the common sense to figure it out if it's a lie or not. Yor is not a child. She's a proper grown adult. Stop making it like she's a child and she doesn't have common sense. Second, she has no empathy at all. And this is the one that I don't like the most. She literally kills people for a living, and she legit feels like there's nothing wrong with it. This is just insane. I don't care if the person she's killing is bad. She's literally a psychopath for not feeling anything. Third, and this doesn't have to do with her personality, but I'll label as a personality anyways. Just like how I stated on my other video, she ain't packing. And as you guys know, I love my animated titties. And if she ain't packing, it's a big deal for me. And the final trait is that just like Marin, she can't cook either. But I'll give her some points because at least she's trying to do better at it. I know that the show clearly made her a terrible cook on purpose to have some comedy value, because she really isn't the type to be bad at cooking. No way. She's the type to cook very well. But with these flaws aside, she ain't that bad. She's actually a pretty good waifu to me and by many. Even with her first flaws where she believes everything and trusting people very easily, that could also be a good thing sometimes. Because if she catches you masturbating one day, you could just lie and say that you didn't, and she will believe you. That would save you some embarrassment. Yor's also a very caring mother, unlike the other top waifu for this year. She has a proven track record of this with Anya. Anytime Anya's in trouble, she would save that little mind reader no matter what. And you know that's a good trait for a waifu to have. And the other girls on this list doesn't have that, or they couldn't prove it yet. And for me, I need to see some evidence to believe it. Yor's also very submissive as well. She's very easygoing, and I like that. Anya and Lloyd could go anywhere and she could just follow along and not complain. She's just happy to spend time with the people that she likes. Overall, if you just ignore the craziness out of her, she's actually a very good waifu. And if I'm gonna be real, she's probably gonna win waifu of the year for the Crunchyroll award. And it's most likely gonna come down to Marin or her, maybe Makima as well. But I don't think so, because the manga reader for this show really hates her, which could influence it to where she doesn't win by popular votes. And it's most likely gonna come down to these two. And Yor's gonna have the upper edge because Spy X Family is a lot more popular than My Dress Up Darling. I mean, the mount number says it all. And these awards go with the most popular vote. But since this is my video, it's gonna be different. Nazuna is a weird one. She's on demon time 24/7 basically, because she literally has to suck your blood in order to survive. And as you guys know, as a degenerate weeb, I had to be honest and say that I like that. She can suck my blood anytime she wants.
Don't come to my house or else I'll suck your dick, blood. I'll suck your blood.
There's not much for me to complain about her besides her assets being kind of small, but she makes up for it by being a blood-sucking cute vampire. But with the weird fetish that I have out of the way, I think what makes her a great waifu is she seems like a decent person who makes mistakes and try to fix it. And she also ain't the most popular person ever either. She ain't the main center of attention, which is a breath of fresh air honestly, because I'm so tired of seeing these 16-year-old hot girls being the center of attention for everybody all the time. She seems like a waifu that ain't got much besides being a little cute, but I think she's a decent person, which I like. I like personality. Boring. Finally, we have Makima. For now in the anime at least, she is mama. And originally, I thought she was overhyped at first because, I mean, just look at this. She ain't packing at all. But then later on, it shows that she's packing, so I changed my opinion on her. When it comes to Makima, she is a control freak, and I love that. She can chain me up anytime she wants. But with all that being said, as a manga reader of Chainsaw Man, and knowing what she did,
she belongs to the street.
Okay, with all the waifu being laid out, there's Marin, Yor, Nazuna, and Makima. And before I reveal who the best girl of 2022 is, I just want to say, if you have made it this far into this video, what are you doing watching me, man? Go outside and get money, okay? But you know, if you still want to be a weeb and not learn how to fill out job applications, you could stay. Okay, with that out of the way, the winner is Mira. Dude, she has the biggest titties out of all of them. Okay, the real winner is Marin. She won. I think she's best girl of this year. I think most people can agree with me on this. I know that Gojo is a setup for her to be great in pretty much every scene, but I think she's great either way. Marin just seems like a normal good person with great values, and she seems like a fun person to hang around with. Her flashing her body is cool and all, but what makes her special is that she's a great person with great personality. Boring. Yor's legit a psychopathic murderer. Nazuna ain't packing enough. I'm sorry, it is what it is. And Makima is just insanely evil. The only girl left is Marin, so I deem her as best girl of 2022. If you enjoyed this video, like and sub later. God damn, she is packing.